Hi, my name is Lev Perry. I'm here at NAMM 2012 with Universal Audio, and the big announcement at the show is Apollo. Apollo is a high-resolution audio interface with real-time UAD processing, and what that means is it's the best-sounding audio interface in its class, and real-time UAD processing allows you to use the entire library of UAD-2 powered plugins on input with less than 2 milliseconds of latency. In addition to that, it's also a UAD-2, so it allows you to run all of our plugins inside the DAW right off of the box. So again, all of the great titles from Manly, Neve, SSL, Studer, the list goes on and on. They can all be run off this box either on input or on the back end for mixing and mastering. In addition to that, it's got a FireWire 800 connection to the computer or a Thunderbolt option card that just slides in. When you connect Thunderbolt, you get PCIe performance out of the box, and the FireWire ports even become a hub, which is really great. The front panel is very intuitive. On the very far left, you've got the mic preamp section, full featured mic preamps with control over gain and all of the various things you'd expect on a mic preamp. Beautiful metering across the front panel for all of your inputs. On the far right, we've got the monitor section, which has a digitally controlled analog monitor output, which can also be controlled from software, which is beautiful. On the very far right, we've got 2 dedicated headphone outputs with their own D to A converter, so you can individually address them from the DAW. The back panel has 4 microphone inputs, again, all digitally controlled analog, 8 dedicated line inputs, 8 dedicated line outputs, as well as the monitor outputs. So we didn't just mirror the monitor outputs on 1 and 2. You get a dedicated stream for the monitor outputs. Word clock I/O, SPDIF I/O up to 192K, again, the FireWire 800 ports, ADAT SMUX up to 8 channels, up to 96K, 4 channels at 192K. The Thunderbolt option bay, really easy to install. You remove the 2 screws, slide in the card, replace the 2 screws, and you're running Thunderbolt direct to any Mac or PC. At the very end, you've got the power input, which is a 4-pin XLR that connects to our external power supply included in the box. The box comes in 2 different configurations, a Duo and a Quad. The Duo version will street US prices for $19.99. The Quad version will street for $24.99. It'll be available in March. One of the things that we were getting asked is about, what about virtual instruments? Now, virtual instruments don't run inside the box, they still run in your DAW. And one of the cool things that you can do is actually run any kind of signal into the box, be it an external keyboard, a microphone. For virtual instruments, we recommend that you take the ADAT out and run it right back into the box. And then inside of our mixing console application, you can load up all of our UAD-2 plugins in low latency, and you get some really great vibe. So if you want to load up something creative like the Cooper or the EMT or the Lexicon reverbs or any of the things that are really great for getting a performance vibe, you can do that with our mixing console application. The mixing console application is a companion product that comes with it, but it's not like other mixing applications for interfaces. It's a beautifully designed tracking desk. It gives you 4 inserts to run any plugin, great Q mix, great headphone mix, all the kinds of things you'd want to set up, very quick, very intuitive. We went through a lot of painstaking development to make sure that it was the most beautiful front panel that anyone's ever made. It's a piece of custom extruded aluminum. It goes through about 150 post-op processes through the punching, through the milling. To finish out the look and feel, it's bead blast so that you get rid of any imperfections. And then it's anodized, so it gets this beautiful finish. There's no paint on this product. What you're seeing with the Sparkle machine is just through the processes that we do to manufacture it. The LEDs have this beautiful material. There are no hot spots on the LEDs whatsoever, so you don't get like blaring light, killing your eyeballs in a dark studio situation. You'll also notice that the LEDs have no bleed from channel to channel. So a lot of times you'll see a product where an LED is on and then all of the other LEDs around them are kind of lit up because there's light bleed. Every single LED on this product is individually shrouded right down to the PC board. So what we have is a beautiful, beautiful looking light show, as I like to call it, on the front panel. I talked about just how beautiful the workflow is. If you look at the way it works, you push the button and the channel increments right above the meter. So that's how you know what channel you're on, and all of the different settings just automatically show up depending on the channel configuration. So again, a really intuitive workflow for controlling your microphone preamps. And again, all of the stuff on the front panel is digitally controlled. So from software, you can control everything on the front panel of Apollo. So it's a really great workflow, beautifully designed, really easy to use.
So attenuation pots, are we talking pots or stepped?
All of them are digitally controlled, so they are stepped in 1 dB increments. We went through great lengths to make sure that all of it is de-zippered so you don't get a bunch of clicks and pops in the audio. But again, the real benefit here is that you can control all of this from your computer. We even came up with a plugin. It's called the Recall plugin. You put it in your DAW, and it will actually broadcast all of the parameters of the front panel as parameters. And so what that means is you can literally, from a control surface, control the monitor outputs, control the microphone preamps, turn off the phantom power, do whatever you want to do. But you get control over that from any DAW, AU, VST, or an RTAS DAW. So again, the front panel is just a beautiful piece of engineering. We're very proud of it, and we think customers are going to love it. The target customer for Apollo is anybody who's looking for the best sounding interface, anybody who wants to track with the best plugins, so musicians, recording engineers, anybody who's doing any kind of archival and wants to track with plugins on the way in. It'll save you a ton of time. It really is for someone who just wants the best sounding quality they can get. And the great thing about the box is that even though it has what it has today, tomorrow more plugins will come on the platform and it will sound different tomorrow. So as we come out with more plugins, the box will ever expand. One of the great announcements that we've just made at the show is that we've brought Sonox onto the platform. So all of the Sonox plugins that you know and love, someday will be on the UAD platform, hence we'll be able to run on Apollo in low latency and our existing UAD-2 powered plugins product line. So that's definitely something to check out. Again, more information is on our website.